Well, I have some bad news for folks about Super Mario Party. It's almost understandable, but let's just jump right into it. And that is that Super Mario Party will not be playable in handheld mode while playing on Switch, meaning you can't slap your Joy-Cons on the side, take the game, and play it anywhere in that form. Now, you can technically play it off the dock if you do tabletop mode with split Joy-Cons, but you will not be able to do it with the Joy-Cons attached. And we know this not just because of some speculation that they came out from people who tried it at various media events, but also because the official websites have it listed as the Pro Controller is not supported, the Joy-Con grip is not supported, two Joy-Cons at the same time are not supported, and obviously the things attached to the side in portable mode are not supported. However, split Joy-Cons are supported. In fact, it appears that split Joy-Cons might be the only way to actually play Mario Party, even when it is docked in on your TV. Now, the reason for this, I think, is pretty obvious, and that is that a lot of the minigames, including a bunch of the ones that you're seeing on screen right now, require the use of motion controls. The motion controls are not optional. And I think for a lot of people, this is going to limit the appeal of Super Mario Party. Now, I have not talked a lot about this game because I didn't get a chance to go hands-on with it at E3 because it just wasn't there. But Super Mario Party, to me anyways, looks really, really good. I've been following, all of the coverage of it that exists out there, all of the various videos that came from Gamescom and keep coming out, even from Japan and other events. Everything I am seeing looks good. The mini games look great. The game boards look great. The modes look great. There's a lot of things about Super Mario Party that make me feel like for the first time in a long time that we're getting a truly great Mario Party game. But the motion control stuff, I think, is going to turn people off. And I say this because any game that is exclusively motion controls on Switch seems to be a game that just doesn't get the kind of legs that we would like it to see. Now, the easiest one to point to and say, well, this was kind of successful is 1-2 Switch. A launch game required the use of the IR camera and the motion controls and the HD rumble, and it was completely usable only with Joy-Cons. But the difference with that game is it was a launch game, and it got the benefit of being a launch game and being one of the few games out at the time. Yeah, it sold over 1 million units, but it hasn't really seen a lot of sales since those days because it just doesn't have that broad appeal like a Breath of the Wild or a Mario Kart and stuff like that. And Mario Party is actually one of those games, especially if you go with a once per generation approach moving forward, which I think is the correct move for a Mario Party game, can have one of those evergreen kind of sales. It could just be something that consistently sells well. Especially if it's a good Mario Party game. See, I don't feel like we've had a truly great one in a while. The top 100 on 3DS was nice, but I'd like to see something else. And this looks really good. I want to know. I mean, I'm going to ask you guys point blank. The fact that you have to use motion controls to play this game, and you have to use split Joy-Cons at that, does this make you more likely to get the game because you actually think the motion controls on Switch are good and could lead to a lot of fun with the mini games? Or do you think this is bad and you wish that there was alternative control options for all of the motion control games to play with it with the standard controller? I'm kind of in the middle on this. I think the game looks great, but I also think it should have multiple control options. The thing is, on Wii, I understood it. But on Wii, I don't remember really playing any truly great minigames with the motion controllers. So that's what's really weird, is all the minigames I've seen so far for Super Mario Party look really, really good. But I know they all require motion controls. Obviously, motion controls have come a long way since the Wii days. The Switch's motion controls are far more responsive and really, really damn close to being one-to-one. So I think that these are going to function and work really well, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with Super Mario Party. But I again, not being able to play this in fully in portable mode, only in TV mode or tabletop mode, is, I think, going to deter some people from getting it. And I hope they put on the box very, very clearly that you can't play this in portable mode, because there are a lot of people out there that only use their Switch portably with the Joy-Cons attached, and this is not a game you could do that with. I mean, technically you can leave the Joy-Cons attached, do tabletop mode, get a second pair of Joy-Cons, and it supports up to one to 4 players, which, again, that's what I think is weird. Obviously, Super Mario Party is not the kind of game you play solo. I mean, for review purposes, maybe you might check out the solo stuff. But generally, Super Mario Party is a game you play with friends, either in person or online. And my thing is, if you're playing it alone, what's it matter if the Joy-Cons are attached? You should be able to do most of the motions with them attached, I think. I don't know. I haven't gone hands-on. I guess the rowing motion would be a little weird, because how are you going to see the screen while you row? I don't know. I feel like the appeal of Super Mario Party, to me, might make me a minority in this. I think it's going to function well. I'm still going to probably pick the game up, but I don't know what you guys are thinking on this, because we don't talk about motion controls that often. I like them in games like Skyward Sword. I loved them in Red Steel 2. I liked them in 1-2 Switch. But it's been a long time since we've had a game dedicated to motion controls from Nintendo to talk about, and now here we are. So, are you still interested in Super Mario Party, knowing that you can't play it in full handheld mode? Are you more excited, potentially, because you think they're all in on the motion controls here? They're not just going, oh, we have to make sure these games are playable with a standard controller. We can actually go all in and take maximum advantage of those controls. I think there's a lot of positives and negatives to look at this, and I honestly just want to know what you guys think about this, because we haven't talked about this. This is a new conversation for us. Motion controls versus standard controls. And in this case, just whether or not you are still sold on Super Mario Party or completely turned off because of the lack of standard controls. Anyways, I'm Nathaniel Rufflejance from Nintendo Prime. And if you like this video, you know what to do. And if you dislike the video, hit that dislike button. Subscribe for more content. And I will catch you guys in the next one.